Hey guys, it's Jessica from Life of a Mom, and I'm going to talk about the holidays. It is Thanksgiving in 2 days. Today is Tuesday, Thanksgiving is Thursday, and I'm stressed. Are you stressed? I don't know why I'm stressed. We vowed to not even do anything for Thanksgiving this year, and somehow we are. And it's just to my in-laws' house, and it's just going to be a very low-key thing because it's our first holiday that we were supposed to have our son with us, and we lost him. So this is going to be a hard one, which is why we vowed to go out of town, which didn't happen. But weirdly enough, my husband gets 80 hours of vacation a year, and he was going to take a week off when the baby came, and then he took a week off in early spring, and that was supposed to be his vacation. Well, it didn't really work out that way since our son passed. So he has had, this is now his second week home for homecation. With the Thanksgiving holiday and the weekend, he was able to split his last week into taking 2 days off now for Thanksgiving and 3 days off around Christmas. So he gets a week home now for Thanksgiving and then another week in Christmas. So you guys, my husband's going to be home for this year for 3 weeks total homecation. I'm a stay-at-home mom. If you're a stay-at-home mom, is that fair to you? My husband is really excited, but I gotta say, I'm really not that excited about it. And I know he watches all the videos that I put here on my channel, so I know he's gonna watch us probably like tonight the second I load it. So I've said all this to him. It's not a vacation for me to have him home. It creates more work for me, and it makes it harder for me to keep the kids on schedule and still get all the housework and shopping, laundry, etc. that I need to do done with all of the crafting stuff that I do along with running my Etsy shop. It creates more work for me to have him home on homecation. So it is November 22nd, and he is mowing the grass. Our house is trashed. I have laundry literally like piled up everywhere. There's like stacks on my bed right now. I'm going to show you because I have no shame. There's some laundry. There's another basket. There's some Lula laundry. If you can see back there in the back, there's some other laundry. I mean, it's totally trashed, you guys. My room is trashed. My kids' room. I tried to clean up today, and I threw away a ton of stuff, and we made a whole big box of donate stuff for my kids to donate before Christmas when they start getting a ton more gifts for no reason. And like I said, it is late November, and my husband has no idea what even to do with himself. He spent half the day in the garage. He vacuumed the leaves off of our driveway, and now he's mowing the yard. He's like, oh, don't clean up the house today, when he saw me cleaning after picking up our oldest from school. We'll just do it tomorrow. It's supposed to rain. I have cooking and baking and stuff that I have to do tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I can't clean the house tomorrow. Like, it has to get done today. And I know he means well, but I hope that this homecation is very relaxing for him. Okay. So let's cut back to what my original video was going to be about. Stress around the holidays. I am chronically forgetful, and most people have told me that I'm flaky. That doesn't bother me. I probably am kind of flaky. I have a lot of social anxiety since having the surrogate twins, and I don't really know why. I had postpartum anxiety after them, just a little bit. I didn't want to leave the house with my kids. We moved, we went on vacation. It was like hospital bed rest, having the twins. And then we came home, we moved, then we went to Disney World for 2 weeks. And I was just like all over the place. I was really stressed out on vacation. I was going to lose one of my kids away from home. And it was 2 plane rides there, 2 plane rides back. It was super stressful for me. It drove me crazy. So ever since then, I've been like a little bit on the anxious side. I've always kind of been a worrier. I'm a super big planner. Have to have everything like bullet pointed for myself. I make notes and lists, and that's me. We have intense schedules on our fridge, and my kids have their own schedules. I like to plan everything, which you probably wouldn't know by my laundry. Laundry is my failure. I'm a huge laundry failure. If you knew me 10 years ago, I loved laundry. I loved doing laundry. And now I'm like, I can't even keep up with laundry. Everybody needs to stop wearing clothes for like 2 days so I can catch up. And then there still won't be dirty laundry waiting for me. Anyways, like the holidays aren't stressful enough. People are out in stores and they are insane. Like people driving on the roads are crazy. People shopping in the stores are crazy. I'm like, oh, excuse me. And they just stare at me like I'm a big old bee. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like trying really hard to take my resting bitch face off for you and just smile and be happy. But nobody else in Kroger can do it. Nobody else at Target can do it. And I forget things on my list. I like will literally write my list out and go to the store for like a handful of things. And I'll come home with everything but with the stuff on my list. And I'll be like looking at my list the whole time. And I still forget something. Like the other day, I forgot tampons. That's like the worst thing to go to the store to buy and then go to 3 stores in one day with 2 kids. And when you get home, you forgot tampons. And you're like, could this day get any worse? You know? So that's the story of my life right now. But I know that we're all working extra hard and we're all moving really fast and rushing around and trying to get things ready for Thanksgiving. And if you do Black Friday shopping, then you're probably like super planning out your ads and getting everything organized, your time schedule and your sleep schedule for Thanksgiving night, or if you're going shopping on Thanksgiving night and you're rushing around trying to get everything organized. And people are already Christmas shopping. I'm done Christmas shopping. Hallelujah. So I don't have to deal with the crazy people in December. I can just sit on my couch and drink wine, which is a huge thing on my list. I'm not even kidding. I was at Target yesterday and bought 3 bottles of wine. 3. I don't drink. But I weaned, and I'm not pregnant, and I don't have like a baby to nurse or anything. I was pumping for the milk bank after we had our son, and because, I mean, he obviously didn't need my milk, so I started donating again. But I weaned, and now I'm like, I need a glass of wine. Give me some wine. So I bought 3 bottles of wine to share for Thanksgiving. To share. Because my in-laws always offer me wine on the holidays. So I've always been pregnant or breastfeeding or something. So for like 7 years, I haven't been able to have any wine on Thanksgiving or Christmas. So I'm doing it this year. I bought plenty to share with everyone. So then my husband sent me out today again for beer. So it was so weird. They carded me at Target yesterday, but not at Kroger today. And I even told the girl today at Kroger, I was like, do you like need to see my ID or something? And she's like, no, I believe you. And I was like, oh, thanks. And I'm actually happy because they carded me yesterday, but that girl was like 15 years younger than me at Target. And I was like, oh, holy crap. Like, way to make me feel like a super old lady. And I ran in to Skyline to pick up my kids and my husband some food before trick-or-treating on Halloween a few weeks ago. And that girl was also probably like 16 or 17 years old. And she called me ma'am. And I know she's trying to be polite because I worked in food service for about 10 years. And I know that you have to, everybody's ma'am and sir, etc. We have a blue race car outside that nobody ever rides in.
I want the pink car.
Alright, well we'll paint it pink, okay? Wait till Daddy comes in and we'll talk about painting your car pink. Yeah, we'll get a wand too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I want a blowing dragon too.
And a blowing dragon. Okay, that's fine. You can sit here if you're quiet, okay? Mommy's doing her video. Whoop. She just has been going on about this blowing dragon. Have you guys seen it? It's the For Real Friends blue fire marshmallow roasting dragon. She wants it so bad. And you know what? I looked up reviews on it. It doesn't really do anything. It like shakes its head around and then breathes mist and changes the color of a marshmallow on a fake stick. But you have to put distilled water in it, and it takes like 4 D batteries, which is really odd. So I know we don't keep D batteries here in the house, so like I'm gonna remember to buy those before Christmas. I'll have to put it on one of my lists that I'll probably forget on the refrigerator. But she also saw a video on YouTube, which is funny because I do YouTube videos and my kids watch YouTube videos. And whenever my stuff comes up, if they're watching it on my iPad, they're like, "Not you, Mom, my favorite stuff." And I'm like, okay, well, they see enough of me in person, I guess. They don't want to watch me on YouTube. That's fine. Anyway, she watched, there's some sisters, and one has a wand, and she changes things. So even though we have a blue race car in the backyard that nobody ever wants to drive around in, she now wants a pink car because the YouTube video has a pink car. Because apparently they use like the wand to blow up this Barbie car into like a real race car that's girl sized. So now we apparently need that too. Although I'm a sucker and so is my husband. So if they ask me enough, I usually do just give in and buy what they want, to be honest. Which is, I know some of you out there are like, "Oh girl, you should not do that. You should not be buying your kids every single thing that they want." And at the same time, I'm like, "Oh, I know I shouldn't." Oh, let's talk about that. We have a routine to get my 3-year-old through Target. We go in, I get a coffee, she gets a cake pop, and that's how we get started from Starbucks. Then we hit the dollar section, we walk around to the back, we look through the toys, I grab my groceries, and then we're right out the door. So we make a circle, and our cake pop only lasts like 2 seconds, and they're like almost $2. So I give in, and even though I can make like 50 cake pops at home for $2, probably not $2, but like $5, I still break down and get her the pink cake pop every single time we go to Starbucks, every time, which is like 3 or 4 times a week. Don't tell my husband that. Justin, forget I said that. Okay. Anyways, yesterday we were trying to get through the whole Target trip without, can you not go that way, Andy? You're hitting my camera. No, she can't. She has to go that way, you guys. Okay, so I was trying to get through Target without my coffee and without buying her a cake pop, and I was really struggling like the whole time. And we haven't been giving her her B6 with her Keppra in the morning, and the Keppra makes her very difficult, very difficult. But we weren't really noticing that big of a difference with the B6, and it was so hard to get her to take it, even if I like mix it in food. She doesn't eat anything. Like, anyway, I stopped trying with the B6, and people probably just think that she's out in public just being like this horrible, horrible child. But they don't understand. Like, they don't understand. It's not her. It's her medicine. I mean, some of it probably is her very strong personality, but not the bad attitude and the tantrums, the really super difficult. So, you guys, she got mad at me at Starbucks. I was getting a coffee and I told her no to a cake pop, that she could get a milk from, you know, the Horizon milk that sits in there for kids. Okay, go potty. Well, she was throwing a fit over the cake pop. She finally picked out a milk and put it up on the counter, and she was mad at me, so she threw herself on the floor. So I'm trying to pick her up off of the floor and pay for my coffee at the same time, so I can't look at both at once. I let go of her for like half a second to swipe my card and like hit credit and for my coffee. And I look down, and she's got her pants down. She pulled her pants down and she was mooning me, and she had like her hand on her hip and she's like shaking her butt at me, like laughing. And I was so like, why does she have her pants down? So I'm like trying to grab my card and like grab her and like tug her pants up, and I look around and there's like a whole line of people. I mean, Target is packed, Starbucks is packed, and thankfully they're all women. And the mom behind me is laughing. She was like, oh my gosh, she is hilarious, going on and on. She's like, I saw that coming. And I was like, you could have told me, you know, like, you could have told me she was pulling her pants down. You could have like said something. No, like, I have no idea how long her pants were down or how many people saw her butt cheeks. But it was, and she is hilarious. I think it's funny, but we have been talking to her about not taking her clothes off in public, because she, in the history of forever for her, she has gotten mad at me and like started taking her shoes and socks off, taking her shirt off, like stripping her clothes off. I was meeting my neighbors for the very first time when we moved in this house last year, and we were standing at the fence in the backyard talking, and all of a sudden I look over and my youngest, Andy, is completely naked. Like, she's pulling her underwear down. All of her other clothes are stripped off. There's just laying in a pile next to her. And I just like smiled and scooped her up, and I was like, okay, I guess, you know, it's time for me to take her inside now. Kids, right? Like I said before, in another video that I did for you guys, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch from the beginning, because you don't get to have any shame as a mom. You don't. Like, some moms are probably really embarrassed if things like that happened. That's not me. I'm not going to be super embarrassed. I was surprised that she thought it was a good idea inside Target to get mad at me and moon me in front of a packed Starbucks. These are the things that I write down in my journals. I have one for each kid, my quotable kid. And even though she didn't say anything to me, I'm still going to put that in my quotable kid book for her, because it's something. I told my husband, I was laughing so hard, I was like in tears last night telling him how she acted. And he was like, oh, did you get it on camera? And I was like, no, I wasn't like struggling through Target with my video camera out. Like, I had no idea she was going to do it, which kids are so unpredictable. But I mean, everybody who was at Starbucks got a really big show from a really tiny girl. Anyway, I was probably not the perfect definition of attachment mom at Target yesterday, because I struggled so hard after that. I tried everything I could to calmly talk to her, get her off the floor. She was throwing a huge fit in Starbucks. I finally got her into my arms to carry her outside. We got all the way to the car. She fought me to get into the car seat. She was taking her shoes and socks off in the car, thankfully, because it was so cold outside yesterday. And I had to, like, she was doing that. You have kids in car seats, you know what I'm talking about. That pelvic thrust where they're like, heck no, you're not going to buckle me into this car seat right now. Heck no, Mom, I'm going to fight you to the death. Okay, so we did that, and then she started screaming, and I just closed her car door and stood by the driver's side of the car and drank my coffee and played on Facebook for like 10 minutes while she calmed down. She was so difficult throughout Target and in Starbucks and getting her into the car. I just needed a break before I got in the car and put on my attachment parenting face again and tried to calmly speak to her, because I know we still need breaks as parents. I know we still feel like we're going to lose it sometimes, and I was almost to my breaking point, and I was like, okay, it's time for me now to take a step back. We got out of the store. We're just us by the car, so I'm just going to let her calm down for a second, which is totally not what the crunchy attachment parenting mom in me wanted to do. I teared up for a second, and then I was like, you know, I made it out of the store. I made it through the store. I did everything I could. So yeah, how's your Thanksgiving week going? I hope it's not as stressful as mine. I have all these desserts and food. I need to make glazed carrots tomorrow, stuffing tomorrow. I need to make 2 pumpkin rolls tomorrow. I'm going to make a breakfast casserole and overnight cinnamon buns, so we have something to eat on Thanksgiving morning before we start doing all of the other stuff that we have to do and traveling around. And I will be back hopefully on Thanksgiving night to let you guys know how it did, or if anything interesting happens before then. If not, probably Black Friday. We'll see what's going on with you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section and I will answer them. If I get enough comments, I will do a special question and answer comments video for you guys. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my next video. Hopefully, I don't have any more mooning stories from my toddler. Maybe we will. She's a surprise all the time, so anything can happen. All right, you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Bye.